Hello, Guardians, and welcome to Destiny Reset Episode 103. This podcast is about anything and everything related to Destiny the game. If you love playing Destiny as much as we do, you're in the right place. This reset, we're back from GuardianCon just in time to celebrate Bungie Day. We talk the latest Destiny 2 news, and we welcome back Mr. Woodhouse to the show to talk about our favorite moments from GuardianCon 2017. Hello, Guardians, and welcome. It's Arrow Knight, and here with me, as always, Cyborg Sasquatch. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going great. How's your week been?
It's been good. It's been very busy coming back off the July 4th holiday, you know?
Right when we got back from GuardianCon.
Kind of a weird week, you know, worked like half a day Monday, and then took some time off to be with the family, and then took Tuesday off. Then went back to work Wednesday, had to cram like 3 days of work, you know, into 3 days, basically.
I worked Monday the full day, and I was going to take it off, and I didn't, and it's like you have 2 Mondays that week when that happens. But
yeah,
4th of July is one of those cool holidays, though, just for what it is, and because it's not like, you know, you just kind of have a good time, you know, you hang out and family time, like you said.
Yep, we kept it pretty low-key this year, what with having a little infant. We didn't want to go anywhere where there's going to be, like, fireworks show or anything. So, yeah, we stayed at home, threw some stuff on the grill, went and picked up some sparklers and stuff like that for my son, and we had fun playing with that stuff in the backyard. And, yeah, pretty chill 4th.
Sounds very similar.
Yep. Well, it's good to be back to our normal format.
Yeah, back in our home studios.
Yep, back from GuardianCon. And you ready to kick off this show, man?
Yeah, let's do it. We got a few announcements this week.
Got a couple things. If you were listening over the past few weeks, you'll know that we had a really awesome giveaway to celebrate 100 episodes. We were giving away through Gleam, which you could have found on our Twitter. Gave away a pair of blue Lolas. Thank you to Blue Microphone for providing those. And a copy of Destiny 2, along with a Destiny Reveal Event swag bag. Very exclusive item there. And if you joined in and entered that contest, we want to thank you. But we did have a winner that was announced when we got back from GuardianCon, and that is Mr. Smiley Jersey.
Congratulations.
Congrats, man. He is a community member that found us, I believe, through our friends at Crucible Radio.
Yes.
Thanks for sending him over.
I loved, we tweeted him and said, send us an email. And what did it say? I think it said, holy shnikes with a GIF, I think.
Yeah, holy shnikes.
Shnikes, that's what it was, yeah. I was laughing at work.
Is that Chris Pratt,
when we got that
like,
email.
Excited GIF. I love that GIF, man.
Thank you for that laugh. But, dude,
so congrats,
talk
man.
about some loot. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. We
Very
have some stuff coming in to his home very soon.
Yes, it'll be on the way very soon.
Speaking of Blue Mics, shout out for providing a giveaway at our live show, and
dude, that was so cool.
For Joel for coming to hang out with us and see the show. That's our rep from Blue Mics. We've got something special from Blue Microphones this week, right?
Yes. We've been coordinating with Joel, and we now have a live discount code you can use on Blue Mic's store.
That's pretty exclusive, man.
Yes. All you got to do, you got something in your cart, type in Destiny Reset, no spaces. And it will work on most of their products. Maybe not some of the brand new, hot released items, but he let us know that it should work on quite a few things on the store. So
yeah, like blue Yetis and blue Lolas, absolutely. Mm-hmm. How much are they going to get off with that discount code? 20%.
Oh my goodness, 20%. That's right.
That's not measly 10% off Control Freaks, guys. This is 20% off a Blue Yeti if you want to pick one up. You can't beat that.
That's legit. Very nice.
So go check that out.
Joel.
We're only allowed to tell you about that on the air.
Yes.
So if you're listening, this is exclusive to you.
No one else knows.
No one else knows. It's our little secret. We got any other announcements, man?
Man, I just threw this in here this week because I've seen some people talk about it in the Dirt Fam Discord and elsewhere, and I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know what level you're going to do this at versus myself, but if it needs to be said, going forward, it's already kind of started, but if you're trying to avoid Destiny 2 news and content and stuff that's going to be in the game at launch, things of that nature, especially past the beta, we may spoil some things. So this is just a heads up.
This is like a very loose spoiler warning.
Yes.
I think some people got ahead of... Basically, there's a whole bunch of IGN in-depth stuff coming out, and people were kind of concerned. I don't think that there's really much that's going to be given away at all, but some people are trying to be purists about, I don't want to know anything until Destiny 2. Like, if you're listening to this podcast, anything that's released as far as news, anything that's in the beta, all that stuff is fair game. If you're concerned about hearing about some of that stuff ahead of the game, just stop listening until Destiny 2 drops. That's all I can say.
I mean, we could suggest maybe not listening to the news portion, but then there's also Reset where we pick a couple topics. I mean, we're going to drop little nuggets in here and there. So, I mean, it depends on what level of spoiler for Destiny 2 is for you. Like if even watching the farm social space video that came out this week is like something you're avoiding, I mean, we're going to talk about that this week.
Yeah, then I can't help you with that.
Yeah.
But I will say, from the stuff we've seen so far, they're not giving away much.
Right.
They are keeping a lot close to the vest. I can see where maybe, you know, seeing the social space for the first time may have been cool. And so, you know, don't watch that video. We're going to talk about it. But even what they showed it wasn't much.
Right.
So you're not getting, you're not getting a huge spoiler by listening to this stuff. But anyways, just wanted to give fair warning.
We just wanted to give a little warning.
Well,
all right.
Let's talk about some news. We got some good news this week, right?
Yeah, we got quite a bit.
To talk about. Yes. So let's go to This Week at Bungie first of all. This week at Bungie, they're preparing for the Destiny 2 beta, which they threw out a open beta teaser trailer, right?
I love it. Yeah, I saw that drop in my Twitter feed, and I'm like, man, cool. They released a trailer for everything, and I'm totally into it.
Oh, I love it, man. No, it's cool. I mean, there's nothing in there we haven't seen, but at least us. But it's worth checking out. And they have detailed what we can expect from the beta, which is great information to have right here, right?
Yes.
So in the beta, we're going to get to play Homecoming, which is the opening mission and cinematics from Destiny 2's campaign. A lot of this is the same stuff that was at the DRE event and or the DRE, excuse me, and E3. So you've probably seen this in a video. We're also going to get to play Countdown, which is the Crucible mode, the new Crucible mode.
It's round-based. It's cool.
That we played as well. Yep. We're going to have Control, which has some changes.
Yes.
They said the original standard for Crucible combat is back with some impactful changes. Control the zones on another new map built with this objective in mind. So I'm interested to see what the changes to Control are going to be. Mm-hmm. We'll get to play the Inverted Spire, which is the Vex Strike that we've seen before.
It's a cool strike.
Yep. And then new subclasses. Choose from the Dawnblade, Warlock, Arcstrider, Hunter, or Sentinel Titan.
Oh, man.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. And then they had a nice little surprise here I didn't think we would get, which did they kind of do something similar to this with the Destiny 1? I think
in the Destiny 1 beta, you had access to the tower the whole time, right?
The whole time. I was listening to Fireteam Chat this week, and they reminded me, that the moon was open.
Yeah, they did a short period of the moon.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about is
to
the farm.
space.
Yeah. On July 23rd, we'll get access to the farm for 1 hour.
It's 1 hour, dude. I'm sitting here like, okay, wait, Sunday, July 23rd. What am I doing?
Yep. I put in my calendar. It's 10 a.m. Pacific.
I love being able to just cruise around the social spaces, man. Like,
yep. And they said most vendors and services will be offline. Our goals are to see how many of you it can accommodate at once. So it's a stress test. Pure and simple. So pretty cool. And then they detailed some things that we will not see. Clan support. We're not going to see character progression.
That's different, right?
And they specify, I think we're not going to see how our characters evolve. It says you'll receive rewards for defeating your enemies, be they Cabal, Vex, or other Guardians. But the beta does not represent how your characters will evolve in Destiny 2. I don't know if they're saying we won't get any rewards in the beta, or we'll get rewards, but it doesn't represent how things will. Right. That's kind of confusing.
I wonder if we'll even like how the leveling will work, because I know that was a thing from the Destiny 1 beta, the alpha, then the beta, and then when the game came out, we leveled to 8 3 times, you know?
I think
so. I wonder.
I would read this as you're not going to see that at all.
Right. Yeah.
At least as far as the progression. Yeah, that's fine. And then finally, character continuity. Nothing we do in the beta will carry over to the final version of the game, except you get a cool Destiny 2 beta emblem.
Yes.
And which is a really cool emblem, personally. I think.
It is cool. Yeah. Plus, it, you know, of course, now we know it goes across your whole character screen, kind of like a little edging. But I'm glad if you just hop in the beta, you get this, right? It's not like being in the farm for the hour that it's open. It's like if you play in the beta at all, you get this. Very cool.
Yeah, so the beta kicks off July 18th if you're on PS4, July 19th if you're on Xbox One. You get early access if you have pre-ordered the game. Or for everyone, there's an open beta opening July 21st that anyone can join. I'm personally going to be there July 18th on my PS4.
Yes.
Yep.
I will be there. I did, like I said, I listened to Power Team Chat this week. They've been doing, we'll talk about IGN here in a minute with some of their coverage that's going on all month. But they said they had 5,000 beta keys to give away this month. Yeah. Or before the beta.
So if you're one of those folks that don't want to pre-order the game, then they've got 5,000 codes. Try to snag one of those. Go find IGN and how they're giving those away.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Cosmo was giving a bunch out on Twitter. He was dropping into people's Twitch streams on Thursday night, I think, or over the weekend, giving out beta codes. I mean, you can get some. Absolutely.
Without having to reserve it. Or just go put $5 down and then transfer it over to something else if you decide.
Yeah, that's simple. That's simple. Go to GameStop, throw down $5. I even saw, I think at Target, somebody put up some pictures. It was like a $1 pre-order card that you buy, and it gives you a beta code.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it was like a digital one, you know. So if you want to do that, that's another aspect. $1. I mean, it's an easy entrance fee, right, for the beta.
Sure. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Destiny player support. What's up,
quite
Doc?
A bit this week.
Yep. I talked about this on Twitter. Apparently there's some issues with Eververse on July 1 through 3rd that has been resolved, where silver was not being, some purchases. If you purchase silver, level 25 or level 40 class packs, they were not reflecting properly to your account. So the solution for that is to force quit Destiny on your console, relaunch it, and select a character, and it should solve that problem. Finally,
detailed.
Yep. They wanted to mention with the Destiny 2 memorialization emblems that you can earn. If you're still on a legacy console and you want to earn those emblems, you need to do an import on a current gen console in order to redeem those. So if you want those emblems, if you've earned them and you're still on 360 or PS3, you need to do a account import into Destiny 1 on an Xbox One or PS4. Good to know.
That's crucial news, yeah.
Crucial
info.
Crucial. Crucial.
Bungie bounty.
The Bungie bounty.
Going to France.
A dude in France or a person in France. If you're in
Zombies
France.
Factory.
Yep.
Which is what is the 12th? We always have to check this and see
12th is a Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Post release. So if you're in France and you want that Bungie bounty, here's your chance.
There you go. We didn't tell you after the fact.
Yep. All right. A momentous day occurred over this reset, which was Bungie Day. If you're not familiar, that's July 7th of every year. A holiday created for and by the community to celebrate the Bungie community. It's not Bungie Day to celebrate, hey, we love ourselves. It's,
I know. I always love how they say that every year.
People get confused. They don't.
Yeah.
I see people often. They're like, yeah, Bungie Day where they
guys?
celebrate themselves. No, it's about us. So Bungie Day happened, and they had a little blog post for Bungie Day with some cool stuff. Did you check that out, man?
Yes, dude. All the wallpapers. I will tell you right now, my iPhone background is the Titan mobile wallpaper. It's amazing. It's the same poster that I ordered. I thought about doing all three, and I'm like, dude, this Titan one's cool. It's the poster I ordered. I gotta do it.
Yeah.
So good though, man. They're so awesome.
I love this this postcard they did of the Guardians walking through the last city,
so
man.
Neat. Yep.
Looks so good. And all the backgrounds are really nice. So they've got some high resolution 4K backgrounds you can pick up, and also a mobile suitable one. So they gave those up to us, and then they gave some reference art for costumes if you are a cosplayer that are pretty cool, that you can use. And then, hey, because I'm into the merch, they put up some new merch on the Bungie store, and there's a sale through July 14th, 17% off. If you use the code 7isdarker at checkout, you get 17% off anything in the Bungie store. Dude, I was so upset. I got on the Bungie store with full intention to pick up this Bungie mug.
Dude, it's gone.
Because we've seen these in their streams and stuff before, and people have been like, yo, when can we get one of these mugs? It sold out really quick.
I'm looking at the page right now.
I know, man. I was upset. I didn't get one in time. Should have bought it that day.
I'm going to have to refresh that page because I definitely would like to have that.
I've got
Hopefully,
it up. So I
day.
can do the same thing.
Hopefully it's 17% off shipping too. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
Probably not.
I had to say it. I know, and we're in the U.S., so I feel you.
Dude,
all you
the international customers,
Guardians,
they pay out the wazoo.
Yes,
but
yes.
a couple,
Dude, I do want that.
A few new shirts that are pretty cool.
Yeah,
and they have
I'm
a
browsing
lithograph.
the store right now as we speak.
Yeah, they have a lithograph of that same poster we were talking about. That's pretty tempting. $75. But 17% off, that puts that like what, 68 something. So might pick it up.
This shirt, Gary, Graham, Gabe, Gary, Glenn, Gall.
Something with a G.
Something with a G.
It's a funny shirt. I'm not gonna buy that one, but it's funny.
Yeah.
The old school Bungie crest is a pretty cool looking one.
Oh, that is cool, man.
I like that one.
Why don't we just browse the store live on the podcast here?
We could, man. They have some good stuff up. Hey, I mean, it's a great time to pick up some stuff you've been eyeing for a while with 17% off.
Mm-hmm. If
you got anything else that you haven't picked up yet, maybe some pins. I don't know.
This guy and his pins.
Something.
Okay. Right. So this whole month,
ooh,
dude.
Hey, Bungie Film Festival. I want
to
throw this out there.
Thank
because
you,
they're doing the Bungie Day Film Festival. They do this every year. If you want to submit something, do so on the creations page and do the title, hashtag Bungie Day Film Fest, and then your title. And then in the description, you need to write, I grant Bungie permission to use my content in a video they create to celebrate the community. I assert that this content is my own. So they mentioned that they're planning a final multimedia hurrah before we all move on to Destiny 2. It will be unveiled at PAX West. If you tag your submission properly, you just might make the cut. Dude, Derp fan montage.
Yes. I actually was
gotta make it.
Yes. What's the deadline again?
Well, PAX West is like right after Labor Day. Like it's literally like the week before Destiny 2 launches.
Comes out. Okay.
Now I'm sure
I've already had a couple weeks on my radar, a couple weeks before Destiny 2 comes out.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking maybe if we had it up like mid-August.
Yeah.
We might make the cut, man.
Well, I had another idea hit this week that has to do with like their fan photos and things like that. So I'm gonna start tearing into this thing.
The thing, dude.
Yes, dude. So we'll chat more about it. But right. I was gonna plug this in announcements, but I was gonna maybe wait another week or two. But guys, if you have any more videos, PvE, PvP, anything funny,
awesome plays,
awesome shots, Destiny Reset podcast at gmail.com. Just email the YouTube link. We'll pull it down
to the content so we can download it if you want to make it into the Derp Fan montage. This is a culmination of 3 years of Derp Famishness. Is that a word? Derp Famishness.
We made it one.
It's going to be an awesome montage that we'd love everybody to be a part of. We have tons of clips and stuff from a lot of you guys to sort through and to try to use. But if you've got anything else awesome, send it.
Think you've already sent it, you probably have. There's been 2 layers of sending already, so if you want to send it again, you can, but don't worry about it if you've sent it already. If you've got another clip, definitely send that.
Absolutely.
But very cool stuff, man. Very cool.
Yep. But happy Bungie Day to everybody.
Yes, happy Bungie Day. Happy Bungie Day, Cyborg. Hope you had a good one.
You too, man. It was great. Let's talk for a minute about the IGN First Destiny 2 content. We've had
stuff all
today a few days of their coverage, but like you said, they've got stuff planned all the way through July 28th.
Yes, Cyborg and I were talking about this week. No matter how strategic we got with our recording, there's no way we could try to be as up to date as possible. So we'll catch you guys up every week as much as we can.
There's going to be a PvP reveal in between when this show is launched and when we're recording here, so there'll be something we miss, but we'll keep you updated on what we see as this stuff comes out. So
hash it out. Yep.
First of all, we saw the reveal of the farm social space.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Watch the whole thing?
Yeah, took us on a little tour of the general area. We didn't see every nook and cranny.
No. Yeah, but that's what I listened to them this week on Fireteam Chat, and Destin said that people were saying it looked smaller than the tower, but he was saying they didn't go to every little nook and cranny of the place.
Yeah,
so
we know it's going to accommodate 25 other players, so definitely a larger space and number of players involved.
Dude, I wanted him to go in the menu so bad. I tweeted at him, and he immediately tweeted me back and said they wouldn't let me.
Oh, man.
Like, I just wanted to see the interface.
Yep, and we found out that Tyra Karn is going to be our new Cryptarch at the farm. So that was something we were throwing around, how that was going to work. Yes. So we know now there is a Cryptarch.
What's up with the robots at Shax's joint?
So they showed some robots that they alluded to, some frames.
Are they even
They're called
robots?
Frames in the lore. And they didn't say specifically, but they're very obviously, they're called Red Jacks. And the Red Jacks are Shax's frames that he uses to commandeer and set up Crucible locations. That's what the Red Jacks do. So they showed them there was a guy working on them, trying to get them back in working order in the farm.
Cool. It was cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I just want to go. I want to explore that whole hour in that place, dude. Because even little things like that, you just want to I want to go walk around behind it and look around. And
when they showed off the fully scoring soccer that you can
Yes,
play.
dude. Yep.
And they talked about something really interesting. Apparently, there will be actions that you can take and things that open up that will give you special abilities in the social
Yeah,
space.
that was weird.
They didn't
Yep.
detail what those actions will be or what those abilities are, but they said, abilities or effects.
Yeah, I couldn't decide if that meant you got things that, because they kind of hinted that you could show off to other guardians in the social space. So,
Yeah.
but I didn't feel like they meant like you got them for like beating a raid boss. Like it was something
No, it's
all within the social space.
Yeah, it's within the social space. So my guess is going to be things like maybe a certain effect, like a visual effect.
Yeah, one of them they said, maybe you said that you could run faster. So
Yeah,
you could,
yeah.
yeah. That's just I don't know like what that means. I don't know what to expect from that.
I'm not sure either, but we'll find out.
Yeah, we will find out.
I think that was all the cool stuff that we saw from the farm, though. It was a pretty short tour.
Quick.
But the next day on July 6th, they had a really cool video with some of the developers about their vision for Destiny 2.
I love the very beginning. Luke Smith just goes, making a sequel for a game like Destiny is just hard. I'm like, that's it. I mean, he's right. I'm sure it is hard.
Probably
No
so.
question. Yeah. Dude, and like one of the opening shots, definitely watch this, guys, because there's more game footage that I hadn't seen. Maybe it had already been out there, but there's one of the opening shots is what looks like the single fire, hopefully new version of the No Land Beyond. Is what it looks like to me. It really looked like the bolt action rifle.
Something there for you.
Something.
Yeah, but a cool behind the scenes kind of talk to what they've tried to instill into the sequel. Some cool footage, definitely worth checking out.
I tweeted out immediately when he said loadout locked activities.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that.
He didn't say I don't know if he said activities, but I mean he basically hinted that some things in Destiny 2 will have loadout locked mechanics to it. So I immediately was like, I'm all for it. We've talked about that before on the show as an idea. I think that'd be really cool.
So what are some guesses you have to what those activities could be?
Dude, I've been consuming so much Destiny 2 stuff. Like I'm pulling ideas from all kinds of different people. Listening to different podcasts and stuff like that. Just things like, I immediately went to Trials, of course. I'm like, man, it would be cool if they did it in Trials. I don't know how that would work, but it would be neat if they did some sort of, like you had to devote yourself to a certain loadout. I don't know if that would work in Trials, but on another podcast, Fire Team Chat, they were talking about Nightfalls. It would be pretty cool if you had to pick your gear before you went into a Nightfall and basically decide what your role was.
Right.
And you couldn't change it after that. I don't know. Nightfall would be kind of neat. What do you think?
Yeah.
Any ideas?
No, I think that'd be a good way to do it, but I could definitely see a Trials type mode requiring that. Like when you start the match, you're locked into that build out. And I think that would prevent some things from happening that I know where people can kind of cheat the information that's, essentially using ways to switch equipment out to kind of trick people. Ways to game, in the past there were ways to game the special ammo economy. There's just some kind of dicey things you can do. I mean, they're in the game, but I think it could make things a little more clear and straightforward as to what you're getting into at starting a match.
For sure.
So that would be interesting.
I'm all for that, man. I love that idea of making us decide what we're going to use. I also, if they brought back getting kicked out of Nightfalls back to Orbit, I always liked that too, man. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was punishing, man, but it was fun.
Just as an example of something, I mean, I don't know. I think some of these ideas are cool.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff. Well, like you said, we're recording on Sunday, so tomorrow, Monday, or yesterday when you're listening to this, they released, they've got a PvP reveal coming up. But do we want to just graze through what they're going to, just real quick?
Yeah, well, there's some good highlights here. We get a closer look at the Sentinel Titan coming up before the beta. A couple PvP reveals, closer look at combatants. That one should be interesting. We get to explore a destination, another PvP reveal.
Yes.
So there's some good juicy stuff I think that we're going to see.
One of them's the new game mode, I think.
Yeah, they did say one of these PvP reveals are a different new game mode.
Yeah, which I totally skimmed right over our notes. We also got something else on July 7th, which was their first impression written article.
Yeah, I read that.
So backtracking just a bit here, there was a couple of nuggets in that were really cool. Overall, it was Destin that wrote this up from IGN. He said after playing this, he's definitely returning to Destiny. He's a big Destiny fan, but he hinted
he
that
said he had some reservations starting out.
Yeah, like he didn't know if he would want to do the grind again, this or that, but he said after playing, getting hands-on, he definitely is going to. But they mention the weekly, what is it called? The flashpoints?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they say that basically, we've talked about those before. They're going to do those every week, Nightfall tier rewards. But apparently there's going to be a PvE and a PvP aspect to them, and he said there's going to be a call to arms PvP event also to kind of coincide with the PvE aspect of these flashpoints. That nothing else, we know nothing else about it. But another thing that was really cool is they talk about a milestone system. Basically is how you track your main goals in Destiny 2. So like when you have your map up on, you can hit LTR2 and it shows you like available missions to grab.
I think it kind of gives you like a list.
Yeah.
And they they detailed, and it was either in that article or one of the videos, how when you load up your map, that's what's going to tell you what you have to do. And anything that's on your map is something that is available that you haven't completed yet.
Right.
So that kind of informs you what's out there to do when you load into an area, and it also tells you what the rewards available are. But I like how there's going to be like kind of a list where you hit a button and it's like, here's all the different things, and you can kind of look through and pick what you want.
Every week with the flashpoints, right? I guess we'll produce more of these. Like this won't just be like once you complete them, you're done. So I mean, this is the reason for us to go out on patrol. This is the reason we wanted, right?
That kind of replay ability of different areas and zones, and a reason to go to a specific place, and that'll change. And I as well like that it will give like a place to congregate every week where when you go to that zone, other Guardians will be there, because personally I have the most fun in those public spaces when everybody is there like doing something. Like think to the first few weeks of the Dreadnought after the Taken King. Like everybody was always around, like you bump into people doing the same stuff. Now it's a ghost town, but this will be cool because you'll go to those spaces and there'll be people doing the same stuff and coordinating to get rewards. So I think that could be really fun.
Yeah, I love those moments too, man, in Destiny 1, those different events we had, and you always end up like having complete conversations with nothing but emotes.
Right. Yeah, it was just a ton of fun. I mean, this is a social shooter, so any I guess kind of activity we can rally around, there always tends to be just a lot of fun to be had there.
Right. Yep. Well, we've got a lot of Destiny 2 stuff coming out of IGN.
I'm excited. We get just a whole month from them of stuff almost every day, except for the weekends, of little tidbits. You know, I love that slow drip that they always give us. So this is a great way to do it. And I think I can say for the both of us, we really respect the team at IGN that works on this aspect of Destiny coverage. The guys at Fireteam Chat, they do a great job. They love the game, but they look hard. You know, they take a critical eye to stuff, and I'm sure they're going to do an excellent job with this news this month. So we appreciate that.
Definitely, yeah. We got the whole month of that. We got the beta, guys. We'll keep you up to date on all this stuff, and of course, hash it out between the two of us what we think and our beta impressions.
Oh man, I can't wait. Can't
play the beta.
Oh man, it's right. It's days
wonder how
away,
many people are
man.
taking a day off for the beta.
Oh yeah.
It's like at that level now, right?
Oh yeah.
Very
Can't wait,
cool.
dude.
So much stuff.
Well, I think that's all the news, right?
I think it's all the news, and I think somebody might be joining us after this.
We do have somebody special. You ready to have them on?
Segue into that.
All right, we want to welcome back to the show our special guest, the first ever member of the 5-Timer Club, Mr. Woodhouse. How are you, man?
I'm great,
What's
guys.
up, dude?
It's great to be back.
Yeah.
You teased it like right before we started recording.
Oh, yeah, I was so excited.
Just gotta wait till it goes live.
Just a couple days. We're recording on a Sunday, so this will come out on Tuesday. So
glad to have you back.
What's been going on, man? What have you been up to these days?
I got a new job. I'm now running community for Gamepedia, working for Curse Media.
Awesome.
Nice. Congrats.
What is that job like? What's your day to day?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. I get to talk with a lot of very passionate gamers about wikis and what are the new games that they're excited about, that they'd like to see new wikis for, how can we make the site better, stuff like that. So it's really great being able to share the love of gaming with people who are just as passionate, if not more passionate than I am.
Yeah, and
That's
do that
awesome,
for a
dude.
living too, right?
Yeah, it's
Get your paycheck for doing that.
It's a pretty great gift.
Yeah,
No doubt.
definitely.
Well,
Great to hear.
if you're new to the show or you haven't been around for a while and you're not familiar with Mr. Woodhouse, he's a regular guest of the show, and we got to know him through a special little subreddit over at reddit.com called r/Destiny the Game, where he is a mod there.
We don't visit there very often.
No,
Not very often at all.
You may have heard us as the bane of Luke Smith's existence during the Destiny 2 reveal.
Got those call outs. Hey, any PR is good PR, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
So you're also a moderator of multiple subreddits. What do you over these days? Give us the most recent tally.
r/gaming, r/fallout, r/playarc, best of reports, stuff like that.
Awesome.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, my favorite part of walking around GuardianCon with you was some of the first comments was, "Oh yeah, you've deleted a couple of my posts."
Yep. Yeah, I had a guy come up to me and he recognized me from streaming and Twitter and was like, "Oh my God, you're Mr. Woodhouse, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." He goes, "Dude, you banned me last week." I'm like, "Oh." He goes, No, it's cool, man. I totally deserved it."
I know that was the same for the one that I witnessed. Actually, was a cool community member of ours. He was like, "Yeah, I totally understand. I really didn't contribute anything, so I totally understand."
Hey, I like the honesty and accountability in person.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, yeah, what happens on the internet stays on the internet.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, before we get started into talking more in depth about GuardianCon, because we thought it'd be great to have you on to talk about that, because you were there along with us.
Absolutely.
We've got a quick shout out to our sponsor for this episode. That would be audible.com. And for listeners of Destiny Reset Podcast, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. Now, I think all of us here have got an Audible account, right? Mr. Woodhouse, you were telling me you use Audible as well.
Oh, absolutely. I love Audible.
It's great. I have been using it, as I said about a month ago, and we talked about this really frequently this year. I am trying to read a book a week and staying on track. I think I'm actually like 1 week behind because of last week.
That's still pretty impressive, though, man.
I'm hanging in there. I'm going to see if we can pull it off The goal is 50 books for this year, and Audible is making that happen for me because I realized how much dead time I have when I'm driving in the car, especially because I do that a lot for my job. And Audible is a great way for me to pack in, a better quality of Audible information. So I read a lot of like business related books, self-improvement, and a little bit of fiction. So I've got a recommendation this week that I think is very timely. If you've never picked up and read the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, it's a great time to do so before the movie comes out, because I'm going to tell you up front, the adaptation is going to be different. So I think it'd be great for you guys to read the actual book series before you watch the movie, because I think it has a lot more depth to the story. But I'm going through that series, so I'm on the first, the Dark Tower one, The Gunslinger. It's awesome, and I'm pouring through it pretty quick. Woodhouse, what are you listening to on Audible right now?
Well, I'm doing a reread of Game of Thrones through Audible right now. I'm right at the end of book 1, just about to go into book 2.
How many hours is the first book?
Oh God, it's probably 33 hours.
Ooh.
Dang. Wow.
How long has it taken you to work through that?
A few weeks. I started listening to it the last time I was in Denver with my parents. As I was driving back to Salt Lake City, I was listening to it. And, I've been hopping planes for a while between the Destiny Reveal event and Guardian Con and coming up to Maine. So it's been great on planes, except, every now and then I fall asleep on the plane and have to figure out where I was before I fell asleep.
Yep.
If they could have a feature where it connects to my Fitbit and it knows when I fall asleep and pauses,
when your heart rate goes down.
Man, that would just be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That'd be an incredible feature.
Yeah, if you're a developer with Apple or either of those apps, that would just be a killer
Dude,
feature.
You wouldn't think it would be that hard to do.
It's probably not.
I mean, if they could have it so that Alexa can hear me snoring and just pause it, that'd be great.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's too funny. I'm glad you're on this week, Woodhouse, because I've been trying to keep up with my podcast, so I'm actually a listener to you guys in this right now. So you're giving me some recommendations. I appreciate it.
There we go.
There you go, man. Yeah, you've got a couple new books. But we want to thank you if you heard our ad last month for Audible and you use that free trial. But if you haven't, this is a great time to do it. There's a lot of great books, and there's a couple great recommendations for you there that you can use for your free book. And another great feature with Audible is once you use a credit to get a book, you've got it for life. So you don't have to have a full-time subscription. Maybe you want to have it for a few months and then turn it off if you're not listening to a lot more books, but you've still got those books that you can go back and listen to. So there's no lose scenario here to get a free audiobook with a 30-day trial, even if you're not going to use the service full time. So go check it out. Go to audibletrial.com/Destiny Reset. Be sure to go to that link specifically because that will, again, benefit Destiny Reset podcast in the show for every trial that
so much
is redeemed. Yeah.
Reading's
so thanks
good,
Audible
people.
for
Do it.
sponsoring. Yeah. Just go do it.
Very cool.
Just go do it. If you're listening to a podcast, we already know that you have time. So no more excuses.
Busted.
Wasted.
Oh. Hey, Woodhouse.
Hey.
How was your reset?
Oh, it was great, man. I went swimming.
Pregnant.
Oh, okay.
You went swimming.
I did. I'm now up to swimming in 3 different states this year.
Wow. That's one more than I am. I've swam in 2 states this year. So you've been you're living in Utah, right?
Yep, I'm living in Utah, so we got a pool at the apartment. And I went swimming while I was down in Florida, and now I've been swimming in the lake up in Maine.
Man, what a jet setter. You got to be racking up those frequent flyer miles, right?
Oh, you know it, baby.
You have a good free plane ticket somewhere in the future.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
I was going to say, I hope you created that rewards account a long time ago.
Oh, I did. I
for
created
your
it in
airline
college.
Choice.
Well, I know I haven't played a ton of games this week, mostly because in the past week I've as well been traveling, coming back to July 4th holiday. Did either of you guys get some game time in over the week or the weekend?
I did fit in some over the weekend.
Yeah.
Woodhouse?
Just some Hearthstone, nothing big.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that one's
Are
with
you a
you everywhere
Hearthstone
you
player,
go.
man? That game
Yeah,
is so
I mean,
popular.
I enjoy playing it.
What is it that you enjoy about that game?
I love how casual it can be. That if you're not super into ranked and just kind of want to get in there and just play something a little fun, maybe a couple quick matches, you can just do that. Or if there's a really interesting tavern brawl, you can go in there and have some fun with the special effects that they have going for that tavern brawl.
That's good to hear, man, because I played Hearthstone way early on and I really enjoyed it, but I haven't played it in so long. Every time I think about it, I think I reinstalled it the other day just so it would be installed on my PC, but it's like I feel like I would get absolutely destroyed. It's nice to know you can just go in casually and just play unranked or something.
I mean, they try and find you someone who's a little bit closer to your skill level based on how you've been doing.
Yeah. Complete noob.
Well, it's got such a big player base. It's got to have a casual population. Everybody can't be
For sure.
hardcore
And they just
ranked
announced
play,
a
right?
new expansion.
Yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm.
We're
Nice.
very excited
Very
about that
cool.
because at Curse we have the Hearthpwn, and then we also have the Hearthstone Wiki.
Awesome,
Nice.
dude. Since I've never actually looked into a wiki for Destiny, is there a big wiki community over with you guys for Destiny?
We do have a Destiny Wiki.
Nice.
It's not very big, but you know it's always up to the community how big one of our wikis gets, and so if
Right.
people want to get involved and get on it, they're more than welcome to, and we'd love to embrace them as editors.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that I could think of some community members that would be interested in that sort of thing for Destiny too.
Oh, I know I could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, there's some
Definitely.
super hardcore data nerds out there that would get into that thing, and it's a lot of that stuff, that information, it exists in a format that's similar to that. It's just not built into a wiki. I mean, there's so many guides and spreadsheets that are out there, and a lot of it's stored in Reddit posts and things like that. I mean, probably half of my saved posts in my Reddit account are Destiny related.
Oh yeah, most of mine are.
And
That
it would
Incredible
just be
Space Program.
so much better if it was just accessible through a wiki that I could search.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see, now that you've got us thinking about it, to see that. We're going to have to help promote that for you because I think it would be a big service for the community.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Well, I have been playing a couple different things this reset. So the biggest thing I did this reset was I built a freaking PC, guys.
Oh, that's
You
awesome.
did.
And I want to toot my own horn a little bit because I did it without any help. And I haven't built a PC in like 10 or 15 years. But with a little research and a little steely balls, I was able to pull it off. I got into it, so I got all the parts for my PC in like the day before I had to leave for Tampa for Guardian Con.
Oh,
And it was really tough to look at all that stuff, but I knew I mean, I had no time whatsoever to try to get into it. I mean, the night before I left, Wednesday night, I was up till like 2 a.m. trying to get everything like packed and just get ready and taking care of work stuff and everything before I could even leave. So there was no way it was going to happen, but I was just like burning looking at this pile of awesome parts.
that would have been torture for me.
Oh, it was terrible, man.
Tear into it as soon as you get
But
back.
I was so happy when I got back. I had that to look forward to. Like, I was literally like, I'm so happy that I have that, because if I was leaving Tampa without, like a fun project to look forward to, I might be a little sad, but I wasn't, because I was like, I can't wait to get back. Like, I want to build this thing. So I got into it like midnight Monday night or something, and 5 hours later, I was like, oh my God, it's 5 a.m. I have to go to sleep. Like, it just went by like that. Like, it started out as, let me just unbox everything, just kind of get stuff prepped, kind of get some parts arranged so I could like do this tomorrow, right? And I just started putting stuff in the case and pretty much got it ready to go. And the next day, July 4th, started loading Windows, and by the end of the day, it was running. I was pretty happy.
There you go.
Tweeted out a screenshot of Doom, right?
Yeah.
Roaring some Doom.
Oh, I saw that.
Had to get something on there to just see how it was going to run. It ran, out of the box at 60 FPS, so
Beautiful.
pretty happy with that.
Very nice.
I haven't tweaked any settings, tried to overclock anything or push it whatsoever. I'm sure I will at some point, but yeah. And then I ended up spending about an hour doing cable management a couple days later.
Oh, that's good.
Pretty ugly. Now it looks beautiful, but that was an exciting part of my reset, getting into my PC build. So got a bunch of games downloaded, and I haven't actually
It's exciting stuff, man.
played anything on it yet. Like, I've booted up games and kind of just messed around, like seeing how they look, playing with settings, but I've spent so much time trying to set it up for what I mainly purchased it for content creation and stuff over the past week, that I haven't played much on it. So what I did play was some more Shadow of Mordor this week. I am like 90-something% on that game. Like, I'm almost done. Like, there's probably like a dozen activities left, and I'm done with that game. And then I played a little bit of Destiny as well. Had to boot that up when I got back, because, I mean, after spending 4 or 5 days talking with people about the game, you kind of want to come back and play some.
Yeah, we already want to jump back in as usual. That does it anyways.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you lucked out. You get your PC done like after the Steam sale was over with.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas, which you knew it was going on, so
Yeah,
you could have purchased something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I dropped in my new graphics card and RAM, and like the next day the Steam sale starts.
Oh.
I'm like, no.
How many games did you buy?
I held off. I almost bought Shadow of Mordor and all that DLC for $3.99, but I have it on PS4, so I didn't. The only thing I bought was $4.99 copy of Roguelands, I believe it's called. Game I actually have never come across. I booted it up today, and it's actually a pretty cool little game.
Nice.
It's not little, actually, by any means. A little side-scrolling, gear-based game. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That
I always
new Shadow
hunt down
of Mordor update looks incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. At some point, I hope to revisit that game. I always love finding those indie games, though, out on Steam, because I immediately track down the developer, which is usually like 1 or 2 people, and find them on Twitter and start keeping up with them. It's always cool to find those games on Steam.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a game everybody's playing, and I'm drawing a blank on what it's called now, though, but it's like a roguelike built into a kind of like what am I looking for here? Like a Metroid-esque game, but with a roguelike spin. Like, when you die, you restart. And man, I can't remember what it's called now. I'm gonna have to look it up. Everybody's playing it, seeing all these different people on Twitter, and they're like, "I love this game," and now I want to pick it up. Yeah,
I never beat Rogue Legacy. I still got that on 2 different consoles, which beat it, whatever that means. But
yeah,
that was the hotness
quote,
there
unquote,
for a while.
Beat it.
Yeah. Yep.
Era, you're playing a little Trials of Osiris Friday night.
Yes. Yeah, I got back in. It's been a bit. Friday night, streamed for a while. It was a good time. It's always a good time, but it was rough. You were there for a little bit. You witnessed it.
Yeah.
I couldn't hit a thing with my No Land Beyond. I don't know what was going on. But on top of that, Black Shield I enjoy, but more than ever, man, it was going to the point. every other round. It felt like it was just turned into a camp fest. We were trying to figure out how to beat that, but man, outside is just so hard to defend out there. It's like you run and gun through the center cap point and get out of that area, or you just kind of set back, and there's so many random weird angles on that map when you're outside. Your only other options to go inside, which we did for a while, and then if it's going to point every other round, you're already at disadvantage by sitting at the inside, sitting on the inside of the map. So anyways, we had fun nonetheless.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough map.
Yeah, it was a good time, but I fit in some Mayhem Clash, and we actually took a break between like the 5 cards we ran and played a round of Mayhem Clash just to okay, let's try to get on our shots, let's just take it down a notch, let's go in here and just have a good time for a round, and that kind of worked a little bit. So
I love me some Mayhem Clash.
So
dude,
much
I'm
fun.
enjoying it. Yep, Cyborg's been talking me into stepping out of that trials mindset and just throw my hammers everywhere and have a good time.
Dude, it's fun running hammers in that mode, man.
Yep. I squeezed in some, been playing some PUBG. Finally got on with my cousin. He was one of my SOCOM buddies way back in the day. So this game, we just have a blast. It's right up our alley, slow paced, third person strategizing. And then I tweeted out this week my stack of a backlog of video games.
Oh man.
Just to see what everybody thought I should play. Yeah. And I actually landed on, I threw Horizon back in for a minute, and I'm like, man, I think I want to play like something just linear. I just want to beat a game right now. So I ended up throwing in Uncharted 4, today, and just barely scratching the surface, but I think that is what I'm going to tackle. Because you can just, I beat the other 3. I watched a Catch Me Up 1 through 3 recap YouTube video, because it's been a while. And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to drop in 4. I don't remember or know anything about the plot in it, and I'm just going to beat it start to finish. So I can't wait.
Very
it's
nice.
going to be a good time.
Yeah,
That's what I've been doing.
Got to do the Gears campaign soon here.
Oh, dude, that was that was the other one. It was either Uncharted 4 or the Gears campaign.
Yeah, that one's up. Dude,
yeah.
we need to do it together because...
we should, yeah. Forget co-op in the
Darth
campaign.
needs to do it, and...
well, there goes my Uncharted 4.
Somebody else.
All right, we're beating Gears.
Yeah, we just need to line up a night and a time, and we'll just jump in.
A night a week.
Yeah, just do
we
it
could
like
beat
one
it
night a
in
week.
a few weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Won't take long. I just haven't played a linear short campaign of anything.
That's what I
in
want
so
right
long.
now.
Every game that comes out that's single player is massive open world. We've talked about this before, but it's
Dude.
so annoying.
Man, my whole stack, that's pretty much all it was, minus Uncharted and Gears 4.
Yeah.
I can already see it, episode 104 next week. Well, this week I've been playing Gears 4. I put Uncharted back on the shelf and back in my backlog.
You can do it, man. Work it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel that desire to, go in, get a linear game, something you can beat, just a few sit downs. I popped The Last of Us back in a few weeks ago, and I've been slowly playing through that after work, and that's been great.
Yeah. Get you on those fields, though, man. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what else happened during our most recent reset, which is, I guess before our last reset, but we were all in Tampa for a nice long weekend. And last episode was our live episode. It went up, I think it ended up going up on the 5th, but if you were there, you heard it on July 1st. We got to thank everybody that came out to Guardian Con and came out to see our live show. It was a ton of fun to do. It was definitely a different experience, but once we kind of got things going, I think it went naturally, and I
got all the technical issues worked out beforehand, and then standing behind the little curtain there. Once it started, we were like, "All right, let's do this, man!"
All right, same as always. Let's.
I hear the music.
Yeah, but man, having to stick to 1 hour.
Oh,
That's tough.
Yeah, if you go back and watch the video, it's on YouTube right now. You'll see Cyborg and I looking at our watches and like showing each other. We're like,
all right, it's
dude,
this time. We got to move it along.
We've never really had to do this.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny when we sit down to record an episode, we always set a time. We're like, okay, we want it to be this long, or yeah, this will be a big episode. Like we can make this a long one, whatever. But that never actually happens, unless I think there might have been 2 times where we hit our goal on length. But anyways, man, I came back. I just had so many great memories from that weekend and the whole experience, and I just thought it'd be great if we talk about that for a few minutes. Mr. Woodhouse, why don't you kick us off? Tell us some of your favorite moments and takeaways from attending Guardian Con.
I mean, just meeting everyone, seeing old friends, people who I've played with for years but had never met in person, people who I'd been watching on Twitch, and conversing with in chat, and every now and then jumping in and playing with them in Destiny, and finally getting to see them. That was incredible.
Absolutely.
T-Rex has a great story from Friday where he was trying to eat lunch in the VIP area, and I was sitting there with him, and he puts down his plate and tries to eat, and then by the time he turns around, there's a line like 6 people deep just lining up to meet him. And so, he was great about it. He got up. He was like, oh, my God, this is incredible. Went and talked to people for a good 45 minutes. And he did so much work during the marathon because he was working the night shift to make sure everything worked. So in addition to moving into his new house, maintaining his stream schedule, and helping out every now and then during the day, he was also staying up all night.
Golly.
So every now and then...
He definitely looked like he was toast that weekend.
Oh, yeah, he was just gone. And so every now and then, someone would ask him a question about Destiny, and he'd just turn to me and go, Woodhouse, what's the answer? You're like, oh, yeah, it's this. He goes, thank you, and just turned back to the person.
Nice. Well, I definitely got to spend time with a lot of really cool people over the whole time, especially my co-host here, Lance. We got to hang out for the longest time. It wasn't just last time when we hung out in May, it was literally for 24 hours. Not even enough time to breathe.
We recorded that short 45-minute part 1. It was like, all right, dude, see you later, man.
I literally walked out within 2 minutes after pressing stop on that recording.
Backpack on, see you later, man.
So it was fun to hang out with this guy, and we saw Mr. Woodhouse a few times to hang out. I don't think we ever sat down like for an actual drink. Like we haven't had a beer together, which I think is a tragedy.
Oh, we had a beer. We had beers at Wing House.
Oh, we did. See, I don't even remember.
That very first.
It was a blur, man. Yeah,
that was complete chaos.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of people in there. There was a meetup at Wingstop the night before, and that was a really big meetup last year that I got to catch the end of. But there was a ton of people there, and I think you left, and I came back with Arrow when he got in from his flight, and we got to meet some people and stuff, and you had already ran off. But yeah, I think the whole thing was a awesome success. Arrow, what were some of your favorite moments?
Man, you know what? I almost forgot about that Winghouse visit too. From just what Woodhouse said, there, just standing in there, and like young Khan came up to me, and Goose from Dim was there again. I mean, there was just so many people there. I'm not gonna start the call out thing because then you forget someone and you didn't mean to. But it's just everybody was there, and from that all the way to what we talked about on the live show to doing the meet and greet and chatting with everybody there and the kids that came up to talk to us, and then the Derp fam so many Derp fam there, and we got to hang out 2 separate occasions at the Derp Mansion, doing that. It's just really cool. The event's so cool because the Destiny community is already awesome. We all know that, but to go somewhere where we all physically are trying to get to each year to just hang out, the vibe is just so cool, you know.
Yeah.
And the PvP tournament that they had going on, it was so packed, and to hear their reactions, like just right then, right there, it was so cool.
We couldn't.
It was really neat.
Watch the whole thing, but there would be moments where we'd be like, you know, around the corner from the main stage talking to somebody or something, and you just hear like the whole crowd be like roar, be like, "Whoa!" You know, something awesome
so cool.
just happened. If you haven't seen it, everybody needs to go catch that clip of Lumi defending. What is that? A point. Or is it C point? C point on Rusted Lands by himself for like 3 minutes. It was ridiculous.
That was completely wild.
Oh my gosh.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Dude, it was just such a cool event. We just lingered for so long, man. Like it was just fun to walk around, and you know, everybody had a common interest. We're all Guardians. But next year, right? It's what is it? It's at the actual convention center.
Yeah, that's
at the Tampa Convention Center next year.
Yep.
So a couple
2
weeks
days.
later.
Yep.
Yep.
Middle of July. It's downtown. Bigger space. Should be a bigger event. I know they've got some big plans already in the works that we'll hear about eventually.
Yeah, we know, and not all of you made it, so
yeah,
try to do it next year. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we definitely recommend it. It was incredible, especially getting to hang out with Cosmo and Deej. I hung out with them for about half an hour on Friday after they finished up their impromptu meet and greet session.
Yeah.
It was, get to
stands.
see them. They helped me out with preparing for job interviews and whatnot, earlier this year. So I got to, debrief them on how things were going with the job, and it was just kind of cool to see those guys just be able to decompress and enjoy the community rather than just being on and Bungie all the time.
Right.
Yeah. I said, dude, they should, I was like, man, I wish they could just take all this in with, and obviously it's a positive thing. It's so cool. People want to talk to them, but that they could take it all in without, being surrounded. And of course somebody said they should just dress up in Destiny cosplay.
That'd be funny.
Like, yeah, dude, they should do that on the first day. And then on the second day, do their thing. Because, of course, everybody wants to talk to them. That's completely understandable. But that would be cool if they could just take it all in and just see everybody doing the Destiny thing, They ended up, a couple different times way up in the stands, the rafters. There was just a huge line. People realized they were setting up there. Yeah,
that was a great setup that they had because it got that line nice and organized and kind of out of the way, so that they weren't causing issues on the floor.
Yeah. Well, of course, people want to meet them, and it's cool of them to spend. I mean, that was like our meet and greet times 10.
Oh yeah. It was pretty much all
cool
day.
Them
both
to hang out
days
that
they
long.
were up there hanging out. So we didn't even get to see them because of that.
We didn't. Yeah.
We would have had to wait in line, and it would take it up half our day. But I think I immensely enjoyed getting to hang out with members of the Derp fam, and especially the last night when everything was done. We didn't have to be anywhere the next day. There wasn't any pressure to go home for the night.
Have a live show to prep for.
Yeah, so we got to just relax and have a good time, play some different fun games together, and just decompress and enjoy each other's company. It was really cool to see a new set of faces this year of folks that we've interacted with but never met in person. Last year, it was kind of a big Xbox crew that came. And this year, it was somebody was pointing out, it was like a lot of the PS4 crew, which there was still some return people from last year, but it was cool to meet, just a whole different section of the Derp fam, awesome people. Everybody was really warm and generous with each other, and just had an awesome time, and I valued that a lot, and look forward to that again next year. I know it'll be even bigger and better. So I just want to.
Can't wait to see that group photo, man.
Yeah.
Waiting for Hidden to upload it to our drive.
I know. I'm waiting on it.
There's so many Derp fans.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun hanging out with Hidden and guys like Blue Ranger and whatnot. It was a lot of fun.
It's a good time. We you quickly realize in the Derp fam, it's a handshake into a hug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I pretty much said no handshakes allowed. Hugs only.
Yep. Handshake into a hug. Yep. It was so cool though. I guess we almost have to mention the event that took place Saturday night, right? The pineapple pizza consumption.
I try to forget about that. As promised,
so,
we held up our commitment to eat an entire slice of pineapple pizza.
Oh, you poor bastards.
Yeah.
They didn't give us a crap pizza either. It was legit. They had frozen pizzas for them the rest of the night, but they had a pretty legit pizza for us.
If there wasn't pineapple on it, it was a really good pizza. Like, it was good cheese and sauce and crust,
Yeah.
At the end of it, my opinion was like, I just really don't like the texture.
Yeah. It all lands back on the texture. Like my final opinion, because I tested it the week before with my family, and it was the same. It's not horrible, but I don't know when I'm gonna like order it on my own accord. Like, I ended up putting all the I was like eating around the pizza, and then I put all the pineapples in one section and just took one big bite to get it done.
Gosh. It was so nasty,
but
guys.
it was fun. It's all documented on Twitch if anybody's
I think it's on Yapel's Twitch
to.
stream, right?
Yeah.
You can go find it there before it it might be archived. It might be gone already if nobody saved it and clipped it.
There were some nice still shots captured of our faces. Really enjoying it.
Not.
Anyways, I figured we had to touch on that, right?
But overall, that I think it was great that the event went over 2 days as opposed to one last year.
Oh yeah. I don't know how you guys did one day last year, because by the end of the first day, I was like, okay,
there's just really
there's plenty more to do tomorrow. Plenty of people to talk to still, and
a lot of misconnections, a lot of people waiting to try to see the people they wanted to see, and there wasn't as much to do, at the thing last year. Like, they didn't have near as many panels, and they didn't have the live podcasts and everything. They didn't have the tournament, so there was plenty to do and see. They had a lot more vendors this year. It was cool to see some of the different vendors. Especially got to give a shout out to the Elixni.
Oh yeah,
what was well, however you want to say it. The Alliance, and those three artists, we went back to their booth like 10 times.
Yeah, we did.
I love Jake Mylar. I was actually wearing a Watermelon Exo shirt earlier today, so it was great getting to meet him. I hadn't been able. I saw him at the Destiny reveal event, but I didn't get a chance to go up and say hi. So it was great to finally, get to meet him and thank him for all of his great work, because I just love that comic.
Oh yeah, it was great. I got to pick up
sitting on our shelves now.
I got to pick one up. It was very cool. And then Carly Cartoons did a really cool pinned commission for me and Arrow that I've got up on the wall actually now. That's pretty cool. We like that. So some good takeaways, man. Some cool stuff.
Really neat. Yeah, man, when I got back, I unpacked my bag and I had just a stack of new loot to try to fit on my shelf.
I did too. I actually put up another shelf today.
Nice.
I had to. My shelves were just loaded.
Overflowing.
Yep. I decided, I realized how much of a nerd I've become when I bought a shadow box to put my pins in, because apparently I have a pin collection now. That's a thing. Yep. So that went up on the wall today too. Spend some time.
Dude, I'm running out of room, and I still have like 4 of the mega blocks to put together.
Oh, yeah.
They're still... Because I have the long-running shelf above me now in our game room, but it's like, it's a short ledge, so you can't fit like some stuff on there. So my Destiny shelf is already overflowing, and I don't even have like the jump ship put together, Atheon. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I still have to build the Atheon. I still have to build the Hunter from the Dray.
Oh,
nice. Yeah, I've got 2 of the new sets sitting up here. The Goliath tank with Zavala, and then I've got the Aspect of Glass ship that I'd picked up off Amazon, and then I've got like an SRL Sparrow set. So I got like 3 of them put together, but I couldn't because I didn't have anywhere to put them. There was nowhere I could put them once they were built, so I had to get a shelf up. So now I got a shelf up. I'm gonna probably be putting those together soon. If you're at Activision or if you're at Mega Bloks, I would love one of those San Diego Comic-Con exclusive ghosts that you got there.
Your host at Destiny Reset would love.
Be really cool. Don't know anybody going to pick me one up, but yeah, if you'd send me one, I'd just be so happy. Anyways.
Subtle.
It's not subtle at all. I'm calling you out if you've got it. I want one. Well, it sounded like we had a pretty fun week, guys.
Can't wait till next
Very
week.
eventful.
Such a good time.
This next week coming up is probably going to be kind of quiet, but we got the beta to look forward to. Next reset.
Dude, I can't wait. It's so funny because I was thinking, I think today, I was like, man, we've played it. Like it's we couldn't just kind of settle in and play it at the event, but I'm like, I can't wait to have it on my own setup.
I know.
And just be able
play it
to
like
browse and play and look
at your leisure. Yeah.
Can't wait. So close.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm going to play the hell out of that thing. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be great.
How many hours are we going to sink into that? I hope they extend it. They're like, oh, we need to stress test a little bit more.
Well, it's going to go for what, like 5 total days, I think, from the 18th through the, when is
23rd,
it?
23rd, I think.
23rd, yeah, I think that's right. I think that's the last day of Sunday. So
But I think that's when we're going to the farm.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, yeah, they're opening it for an hour. That's right.
Yep, 10 a.m. Eastern, right? 12 Central.
So.
1.
Yeah, and you just have to...
Or not Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Yes.
Don't let me be responsible for you missing that.
Yeah, watch it.
As always, double check with Bungie.
Yes. Don't just listen to me. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap this up. You guys ready for some Derp Fam discourse?
Yeah, let's do it.
Of course.
Awesome.
Of course.
Awesome. What do we got this week, Aeronite?
Dude, we got a couple speak pipes and an email.
All right.
Of course, let's start with a speak pipe from Sir B. Leslie, Mr. Derp Fam Facebook himself.
Hey guys, it's Sir B. Leslie here, or Barry. I'm just wanting to congratulate you on your 100th episode. It's a big milestone, and I think you guys are still outputting top quality week after week, top quality episodes, which are fantastic, absolutely brilliant to listen to. It's definitely part of my reset and my week. And I always wait on a Tuesday for the podcast to drop. So it's a big thing for me. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits to see you get to 100th episode. I've also got a question for you, and that is, as we're now in the Destiny downtime between the end of Rise of Iron and Destiny 2 launching, I know you're kind of thinking about other aspects of film and TV and games and things. So I just want to know, why do you think Luke Skywalker wants to end the Jedi? There you go. Because I know that at least Cyborg's a Star Wars fan. I'm guessing Aero might be a Star Wars fan as well. But see if you can answer that one. Anyway, have a lovely Guardian Con. Good luck to you all. Enjoy yourselves. I'll be listening on Saturday. And I hope it all goes fantastically. Okay, thanks very much. Bye.
Well, Sir Blesley, as I like to call you, thank you so much for your speak pipe, and thanks for being around for 100 episodes, man.
Yeah, dude.
You're always a mainstay to our Facebook social media
I think he just posted something today, actually.
He did. We always get great updates. He just posts on our Facebook wall, like, here's what's going on. I'm working on this week. I always appreciate knowing what's going on with this guy.
Definitely.
But interesting question. So why do we think Luke wants to end the Jedi?
Well, I said I'm out of the loop. I'm a Star Wars fan, but apparently you two have.
Yeah, I want to throw this to our guest first. Let Mr. Woodhouse take the first crack at this. What do you think, man?
All right, so if you look at the history of Force wielders in the Star Wars universe and in the canon, you see that they originated as, embracing both sides of the Force, a holistic view and usage of the Force. And then factions broke out, and there was some zealotry involved, and people being like, oh, the light side's the only side. And then, of course, with that sort of thing, you're going to have your people who are rebelling against that. So now you've got two camps, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. But what's true balance? True balance is embracing the entire breadth of the Force. And I think that's what Luke is talking about. That the Jedi mindset of being like, only the light, none of the dark, has to end if there's going to be balance in the Force. I don't think it's about people dying. I think it's about a mindset and ideolatry. Or I probably just made that word up. It's late, but yeah, that.
Well, I think that's the right track. I've read some commentary on this, and especially if you go back to the episodes 1 through 3, and you kind of see what the Jedi Order was like pre-original trilogy, and you can kind of start to see where some of that pragmatism with what the Jedi believed in ended up clouding them from being able to see what was really going on with the Force. And Yoda even realizes this towards the end of that run, and then talks more about it in the original trilogy. And I think Luke, probably after many years, and then seeing, we can only assume because we haven't gotten the whole details, but post episode 6, right, we know that he tried to restart the Jedi Order, and we do know that went to crap pretty quick. We don't know how or what exactly went down, but he's obviously in a place where he's having to question what that all means, and I think that's where we're going to see the story go, for sure. So I think that's an answer. Is that a good enough answer for this question?
Seems to work.
Yeah, it's pretty
all
solid.
right. Well, great question. We're always down to talk about Star Wars on the show.
Yes. This made me realize I have not been diving into the Star Wars
the expanded universe stuff
lately.
Dude, there's a bunch of great books that have been coming out. I haven't read any of them, but I've read synopsis on pretty much the plot on each one, so I could kind of keep up with what the background story that they've been building. Some really good, interesting stuff.
Yeah, I got the saga on Blu-ray for Christmas, and my kiddo and I have watched some of them, and then I don't know how many times we've had the new ones in, but I just noticed recently, too, that is there like a little short cartoon episodes of like a playoff of, it's got The Force Awakens.
Oh, yeah, they have something going on. What channel was this on? What it's called now. It was either on Disney or something.
I think Disney YouTube channel.
Yeah,
because I just came across it on Twitter this weekend.
Yeah, I don't know what it's about, but it's got like Rey and BB-8, and then I think it's got another aspect with Leia, I think.
Yeah, here it is. It's it's on the Disney YouTube channel. Star Wars Forces of Destiny.
There you go.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, go check that out. Yeah. There's some I love what they're able to do now, owning that property, because we've got the different cartoons, and we got stuff like this, and we have all the book series. Like, they definitely went all in on different media formats of expanding the the universe now that they've got the story, and then we have the anthology movies they're putting together. Definitely, if you're a Star Wars fan, there's a lot out there for you now.
Yeah, they've got a whole playlist called Star Wars Forces of Destiny, and they're like 2 to 3 minute, look like little
shorts, cartoon shorts.
Episodes. Yeah, little shorts. Yep.
Yeah, one of them was on TV today. I watched like in a commercial between something my son was watching. I was like, wait, what is going on? What is this? Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's at least 10 plus.
Like Ray in the desert.
Yeah,
with BB-8, like fighting a junk monster or something. All right, moving on. We're down a rabbit hole here. We got a speak pipe from Matty Misfit, one of our Derp Fam ambassadors himself, who is at Guardian Con with us. So let's take a listen and see what he's got to say.
Hey guys, Matty Misfit here. Just wanted to give a huge shout out to all of the Derp Fam crew that made it out to Guardian Con 2017 and everyone who stayed in the Derp Mansion. It was an awesome time. Huge shout outs to Fluffy for putting it all together, Pack Devil, Yapel, Mayhew, John, and Jay Howard, everyone who stopped by, including X-Ray and Gabble Ratchet from Destiny Ghost Stories. Oh man, Guardian Con was a blast. If you were thinking about showing up and didn't quite put it together, you gotta come out next year. It was awesome. Just hanging out with everybody, just, being in the pool, just talking up Destiny and talking up gaming and talking up life, man. It was an incredible time. Cyborg and Arrow, this community is hands down one of the best communities, not even just in gaming, but in the world. Super positive people. We all got along. It was awesome day in and day out. Next year, I plan to go for longer. I hope to see even more Guardians from the Derp Fam there. Later.
Maddie, thanks so much for that speak pipe, dude. I know we called you out a couple episodes ago. You were going to send one in, but this one was well worth the wait. Thanks for giving a shout out to all the Derp Fam at Guardian Con and to Fluffy Fingers MD for setting up and coordinating the Derp Mansion, as we called it. But very cool. Yeah, there's, like we said already, there was so many Derp Fam there, and you guys just prove in person why the Derp Fam is so awesome.
Yep, he sent us an email because he forgot some shout outs.
There were so many, it probably didn't have enough in 90 seconds.
Yep, so he said he didn't want to forget Hail the Thief, his lady friend, Crimson, Hellcat, the reason for his hangover, and Merlin, Got Turkey, and then Godfather, Kinyu, our new friends Nuke and Oddball, and Scrappy. He says whenever you want to hand over those Lolas, let him know. Forrest, Sally Jesse Raphael, Chris Stepp, and Timmy Jack, and the Blue Ranger, and so many others. We had a great crew, man.
Awesome.
We had a really awesome crew over there.
Yeah, it's a real solid crew.
That mansion ended up pretty full.
It did.
Full of people. We had X-Ray. I think he shouted that out in the speak pipe too. X-Ray and Gabble Ratchet swung by.
Destiny Ghost Stories guys came by and hung out for a little while. And
very cool dudes.
I think that I owe Gabble like $20 for some beer that he brought over. Still, I need to.
Yeah, we stopped by the gas station on our way there, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pick up some beverages," and then we walk out, and you had a water and a snack, and you were like, "Dude, I did not pick up any."
Yeah. Well, we got to the house.
I walked out with.
I was like, "Wait, we went through the gas station. We were there for like 10 minutes, and I didn't even get what I went in there for."
I walked out with a Klondike bar because you swung by the ice cream.
Do you remember
freezer.
the guy working the counter telling us the story about Klondike
Mr.
bars?
Friendly. Yeah, he eats a Klondike bar every night.
Yep.
That's
we're talking about.
Which I was totally jiving with him because I'm milking cookies usually.
He was talking about
that's a pretty good evening ritual. The Klondike
bar.
Oh,
that's what he was saying. He was like, he said that's his evening ritual when he just kind of shrugs the world off his shoulders. It has his moment to himself, is what he called it. He had his Klondike every night.
I used to do that at my grandparents' house. They had the Heath Bar Crunch Klondike bars.
Oh, nice.
Oh, those were great.
Those are good.
Dude, something about the OG Klondike bar, though, like the whole thing's great, but like the first 2 bites are just so
when
good.
It's still like
because you usually haven't had one in a while.
And hard, you know?
You can really taste the flavor. But we had an awesome waitress at Steak and Shake too.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of, we didn't have our steak dinner.
No.
We're keeping that going. We did eat at Steak and Shake.
Yep.
We had a really cool waitress. Yeah, waitress there too, man. Like we ran into some
nice people there. I think they just had to have
people.
nice people in Tampa.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right, we've got one more email. We'll fit in real quick here. This came a couple weeks ago. We're sorry we held it for a couple weeks. Couldn't fit it in, but it's from Jeremy, a.k.a. Bone 5 Star.
Strong
Subject.
name.
That's right. Age of
Really
Triumph
strong
t-shirts. He says, hey guys, I just finished the Age of Triumph record book. I was stoked. Well, at the height of my excitement, I went onto the Bungie store, tried to order the t-shirt. What I found out was very disappointing. They're limiting people to only one shirt. I was planning on ordering one shirt to wear and one to display in my game room. I tried emailing Bungie to plead my case. They responded saying that I would have to complete another book and receive another code. I'm very disappointed. I thought that the t-shirt was supposed to be a celebration and commemoration piece with proceeds going to the foundation. I was excited at first, and now I'm very disappointed. I don't think Bungie ever said there was a limit to the orders when they announced the Age of Triumph. How can I complete another book? Any feedback or suggestions would be very much appreciated. Thank you for your time. Sincerely, Bone 5 Star, Human Hunter, Maine, Exo Titan, and Awoken Warlock. To be honest, I didn't even think about somebody wanting two shirts. Did you guys?
Yeah, I didn't either. No, when I read this, it was all making sense to me.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to think of a reason why they wouldn't let you order more than one. I mean, you couldn't. My first thought is like, well, you could just stick someone else's gamer tag on your second order.
Right.
But, I mean, if they lock that in, unless you get, I guess if you got like Derp Fam on the sleeve or something, you could order like 25 of those things. You know?
Well, the personalization was optional.
Right.
So if you could order more than one, then you could just get a bunch of Age of Triumph t-shirts.
Yeah.
Very true.
So,
I mean, I totally get it. I mean, if you wanted a couple of them, you finished that book, at least it's going to the foundation, right? But, you know, you had to unlock it to even get the code to be able to purchase the shirt. There's that whole conversation. Again, it's going towards the foundation, so that's a great thing. But, I mean, I get it, only being able to order one. I guess, you know, the second part of this, though, do you guys have any suggestions for him to complete another book?
Well, we've actually been seeing a lot of people on Reddit come to us and ask if they can give away their code.
Yeah.
Because they don't want the shirt. So my advice to Jeremy is put it out there that you're looking for another code, explain your case, and, you know, put it on social media and see if people are interested in, you know, giving you their code.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And there's a bunch of outlets you can do that. You can get into our Discord, put it there. You can put up a post on DTG subreddit, Twitter.
But only on Free Talk Friday.
That's right.
We don't allow posts asking for things.
Then you'll be that guy at the next Destiny event that walks up to Woodhouse and said, you deleted a couple of my posts.
You told me to post. Only on Free Talk Friday.
That's too funny.
But there's a bunch of outlets, and if you tag us in it, we'll give you a little signal boost there, man. So
can you imagine having to complete a whole nother book? Hopefully somebody just
I don't think that's at this point.
It's not a feasible option.
At this point, I don't think it's a realistic thing to do for another shirt. You'd have to be really dedicated, because you'd have to either open another Xbox or PS4 account. Or what have you to do that and basically start from scratch. So I think that's a lot of time for a t-shirt.
Yeah.
At that point, I'd just send you mine, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is a big time commitment for another t-shirt. Hey, but it goes to the foundation though. Don't forget.
Yeah. That's it for the Nerd Fam Discourse this week, guys. If you want to participate, this is your part of the show, guys. Send us your questions, comments, shout outs. If you got a positive story to tell us about somebody from the community, send us an email at destinyresetpodcast@gmail.com, or you can leave us a speakpipe at speakpipe.com/destinyreset.
Yeah, if there's ever like a topic we just graze through in the news or something about, I mean, Destiny 2 or what have you, shoot us an email with a little more in-depth question, and we'd love to talk about it.
Absolutely.
For sure. It's time for a few shout outs.
Let's do it.
We got a few more this week. Derp Fam patron shout outs. Thank you guys so much for supporting the podcast and the Derp Fam. Big shout out to Dark Huntress, Slick Nick, Snatching Panda, and Mike Bones.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you so much for becoming
Derp
Fam patrons.
Those are a lot of very strong usernames.
They really are.
Well, they're all on our website right now. So
yeah. By supporting the show at patreon.com/Destiny Reset, you get a shout out on the show. You get your gamer tag on our website, DestinyResetPodcast.com, and we'll send you in the works. You will be receiving soon a Derp Fam Twitter banner. Additionally, we'll be putting out some bonus content that you'll get first listen or look at by participating in the Patreon. So if you want to support the show monetarily, you can do that by going to patreon.com/Destiny Reset, become a patron for as little as $1 a month. You can help support this ongoing awesome podcast and the community.
Yeah, don't think there's too little of an amount. When we get that little notification that says somebody pledges $1 a month, Cyborg and I think do a little dance inside because it means a ton to us. It really does.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, well let's wrap this thing up, guys. I know we've all got to get to bed soon here. It's a school night, as they say.
It is.
All right, where can people find Mr. Woodhouse?
Everywhere.
Pretty much.
Everywhere.
In addition to being Mr. Woodhouse on Reddit, I'm Mr. Woodhouse on Twitter, Mr. Woodhouse on Gamepedia, Mr. Woodhouse on Twitch. If you're looking for me on Twitter, it's Mr. with an AH instead of an ER.
Mr.
Mr. Woodhouse, because I'm from Boston, and because the guy who has Mr. Woodhouse has never used his account.
Isn't that annoying?
I'm there with you, man. I said it on the live show last week. I've tweeted Arrow Knight, and I haven't heard back, so I'm the Arrow Knight.
Lissai. Well, awesome, man. Yeah, be sure to give this guy a follow, or don't give him any flack on Reddit because they call him the Banhammer.
I am the Banhammer.
And where can people find you, Arrow Knight?
You can find me on Twitter at the Arrow Knights and YouTube and Twitch Arrow Knights.
Perfect.
You, man?
You can find me at Cyborg Sasquatch on Twitter. And hey, also on Twitch, because that's about to be a thing.
Booyah.
If you're listening on Tuesday, look for me. I'm going to be doing some streams this week. I'm going to stream a goodbye to my ugly warlock, probably on Tuesday. If you'd like to join, come say goodbye to the ugliest warlock in Destiny and watch the disgusting creation of a hunter on my Xbox account so I can 100% this game. Come hang out. We'll be doing probably at least 2 or 3 streams a week once I get things up and running. Still working on some technical stuff, but I think I'll be up on Tuesday night.
That's awesome, dude. I'm so pumped you got your rig. We were hoping, we've talked before, once you got that rig, we were hoping we could kind of alternate nights and give
prepare yourself,
additional
Twitch.
Time for the Derp Fam to hang out with us.
DRP's coming for you.
I can't wait to host you running, well, it won't be for a while, but the raid machine at work will probably be D2 before we see that.
I don't know if you're going to see me raid on Twitch, man. If I keep the same team, we've talked about it. There's a lot of not safe for work material.
Oh, I get
We're not going to sully the experience.
We'll have to click that button.
We'll see.
Before we start watching.
We'll see how the raid team is organized.
This
in Destiny
channel
2.
has been...
don't get your hopes up.
That's all right. Just give us some strikes and nightfalls.
All right. Yeah, there will be plenty of stuff to watch. In. Well, guys, you can finally find us at Destiny Reset on Twitter. And finally, you can find us on the web at www.destinyresetpodcast.com. That's your source for all things Destiny Reset, including links to subscribe to us on your podcast listening app of choice. Go click that subscribe button so we will be automatically downloaded into your device every night. In the middle of the night while you're sleeping, we're entering your phones.
That was great.
All right.
Woodhouse, thanks so much for joining us again, dude.
Happy to be back.
5-Timers Club.
Hello. Next time, 6 is coming up, man. You going to be the first at number 6 too?
Probably.
All right, we'll have you on again very soon.
Excellent.
All right.
All right, guys. Until next week, have fun playing Destiny and take care, Guardians.